Chris, you awake?
It's cold.
Alright. Duval told me you were looking for a blanket. If I had one, I'd go get it for you, but kind of light on blankets around there. I'll get some basic information from you, then I get to ask you a couple questions, alright? It's Christopher.
I'm obviously under arrest because y'all were about to read me my rights.
I have to read your rights. I have to read your rights because you're
No, I'm saying
here.
beforehand.
I have to read your rights, yeah.
No, I'm saying beforehand when at the whenever
Where we were at?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm obviously under arrest, right?
Well, we're going to talk about some stuff.
Alright.
Okay, you're being detained right now because I want to speak to you.
Alright.
Yes, absolutely. Christopher, what's your middle name?
Treece. Treece.
And Wainwright. Can you spell that for me?
WAIN. WRIGHT.
What's your current address?
24220 Duffield Road.
Oops. What's the zip out there?
34601, I believe.
I think you're right. It's either that or two. I just
Yeah,
never
it's
remember
either
either.
1 or 2.
I can't remember. What's your birthday?
4289.
And what's the phone number I could reach at if I needed to?
352
Mm-hmm.
345
Mm-hmm.
7358.
Oops. 7358?
Yes, sir.
About how tall are you?
5'10".
About how much do you weigh?
About 135.
135. Brown hair. What color are your eyes?
Green.
This is gonna keep whistling. I apologize.
No, that's fine.
I'm on SWAT and they have a barricaded person right now, so they haven't called us yet. So this may get cut really short. We'll see. Do you know your social offhand?
589
Mm-hmm.
84 7274.
589, right?
Yes, sir.
Where were you born at?
Hernando County, Brooksville.
Gotcha. And I know you got tattoos. What's on your right arm?
352.
352.
I got a quick exist on my
That's
side
right.
there.
See that one? Can I see the colors of this one? Pretty good work. I guess I'll call that rib cage. Sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the things I want to talk to you about, just so you're aware, just so we're clear, and I want to be respectful to you. I'm not the kind that sits here and hollers and screams. I don't know if you've ever been through this before or not.
Oh, yes, I have.
Okay. I'm not the kind of guy that sits here and hollers and screams at you. I'm gonna tell you what's up, and if you're not truthful with me, I'm gonna tell you I don't think you're being truthful. But we're not gonna jump, holler, scream, and do all that kind of crazy stuff that might have been done to you in the past. I don't know.
No, I got tricked in the past.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna trick you. I'm just gonna tell you, and if you're honest with me, if there's something I can help you with, I'll help you. But it's like I told the guy yesterday, if you're not honest with me, I got nothing for you. I'm not gonna help you in any way, shape, or form. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That being said, first thing I got to do is read you your rights, which you're aware of. And I'm going to read this to you and let you read it if you want to, just so we're all clear, okay? And I'm going to ask you questions along the way. I'm going to ask you if you understand each of these things, all right? Just so, again, just being respectful to you. And again, I'm sorry, but that is going to continue to whistle. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Understood so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have one present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you for any question if you wish. Good with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer any questions, make any statements. Good with all that?
Mm-hmm.
We're all good here?
Yes, sir.
All right. To initial there and sign there. And that's the receipt that I give to my bosses to say that I'm doing my job correctly and whatnot. Appreciate it. All right, so that being said, so let's back up and tell me how we got to where we're at today.
My cousin called me last night and asked me to come help him.
Who's your cousin?
My cousin Danny.
Danny? Okay.
And I I called him and asked me to pick him up.
He asked you to come pick him up, or he picked you up, or?
No, for me to pick him up.
Okay. Where at his house out there on Idlewild? It's Danny Ray Moore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is the house out on Idlewild? That's where you picked him up?
No, sir.
Where'd you pick him
I
up
didn't
at?
pick him up. I didn't end up picking him up.
Oh, okay. I'm confused. Sorry. So how did it all come about? He called you and asked for help?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do you ask for help with?
Pick him up from out that area.
From out off
Where
of
my car
Emerson?
is. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, how did he get out there?
Well, I guess it was on his truck.
In his truck?
Yes.
Okay. So what happened when you... Did he tell you what to pick him up for, or
That he was in trouble.
did he... Oh, that he was in trouble? Why would he be in trouble?
I don't know where he
Oh,
was
come
going
on.
to.
If he's going to tell you... If he tells you he's in trouble, there's got to be a reason. I mean, if it was somebody calling me saying, hey, I'm in trouble, my question is, we got to go fight somebody? Are the cops after you? I mean, what's going
I
on?
guess I said that. Well, he said that he's in trouble. The cops were
Looking for him?
him.
Okay. So what happened when you got out there?
Come out there and park on the side of the road, come in the car, and I thought I'd seen him or heard him, and I started walking to him, and it wasn't him, and then it was
Well, who was it?
cops.
Mm-hmm. So what happened then?
So I ran.
Well, you got any warrants?
No.
No.
I
Why would you
I've
run
been in
then?
trouble. I've been in trouble before. It's forced to have it.
Forced to have to just run at the sight of the cops?
I'm scared of the cops.
Okay.
Cops
Are you scared of me?
No, but
Okay.
I'm not saying you, but a lot of cops are just fucking not good people.
I've run into a few. I'm not gonna lie. I'll sit here and tell you I've run into
I
a
know
few.
my
that I ain't careful.
stepdad's a police officer.
Oh, is he?
Yes, sir. In in Hillsborough County.
Hillsborough County?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Is he decent?
He's an alcoholic.
Sometimes that runs in this line of work.
Only drinks when he's at home and don't work though. But
Yeah. So, did Danny call you and said that the cops were after him?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Said he just got in trouble and he needed to pick him up right away. I
Okay.
came to go pick him up.
So then you took off when the cops showed up.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's continue that train of thought. What happened then?
I just kept running. I ran and ran and ran.
Did you spend the night out in the woods?
Yes, sir.
And then that's when you came back this morning from out in the woods. That's when...
I was lost. I couldn't even find the road.
Oh, I bet. That's some heavy country out there that you were out in. The one thing I didn't even think to ask, did you need medical? Are you okay? You seem fine. I just didn't think to ask.
My head's hot, but I don't know.
Other than that, you're okay?
Yeah.
A hot head,
I don't know where it is.
Probably from dehydration. Do you need another bottle of water?
If you have one, yes, sir.
Okay. I'll tell you what, give me a minute. I'll go grab you one.
Do y'all have anything, snacks or anything?
If I have some money in my wallet, I'll grab you something.
Thank you, sir.
Good enough? About as good as I could do right now.
Appreciate it.
No problem. I was thinking on the way in, if you probably wanted more water the way you downed that first bottle.
Yeah, I was died.
We could spend all night out in the woods. I would be too.
I fucking started to get scared today. I didn't think I was gonna find the road. I finally heard a car. I don't know where. Lost my phone, everything.
Did you come out right there? Or?
Yeah.
Well, that was pretty good. You came out right where you
I know.
just about where you went in. Best I could do for breakfast, but
I appreciate it.
I'm all out of Raisin Bran here at the office. Well, I'm gonna show you a couple pictures just so I know we're talking all about the same people. Who's that?
Okay.
Okay. That's your cousin? Okay, so he was at...
The only reason I went because you just found me pregnant.
Hold on. You're in the middle of you and I couldn't hear you.
The only reason I went to help him because his girlfriend just found out she's pregnant.
Oh, wow. Is that Brittany?
Fucking idiot, yeah.
You've been with her for quite a while. Yeah. It's, I've been around here for a bit, so I've been out there and
Been fighting.
dealt with them a few times. Yeah.
I was there one time, and they got into a fight, broke TV, and rocked through their car window. Psychopaths.
Well, a lot of times that's what happens with drugs, and I know they're on them.
I don't know if you just got in trouble for fucking meth and some other shit.
Is he still living out there on Idlewild?
Mm-hmm.
She living there too? Or is she
Yeah,
kind of
he lived there or at DW's.
DW's?
Right on stepdad. It's off Creole
Creole?
or Cyril.
Cyril.
Yeah.
Right out there off of, just past the bike trail?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I hate to see that. They have Danny's got the potential to be a pretty decent guy. He really
It
does.
used to be. I think Brittany and him just hold each other back.
Yeah.
Because she don't like him working, like he was doing horse shows and quit horse shows. Because she didn't want him doing horse shows, and that's really good money.
Was it?
Oh yeah, he was making killer money.
Did you ever go help him doing that?
Yeah, we did. We used to do the Tampa show, and then he don't talk to his dad no more because he fucking stole from his dad. So his dad don't talk to him, so we haven't done that in probably 3 years. I'm not really. I talk to him, but I don't really try to hang out with him too much.
Mm.
Everything. Why do you want all loop?
Well, there's one reason that people get in the mess with that, and it usually has to do with what he got arrested for or got in trouble with. That's bottom line. I mean, there's no sugarcoating that. And his mom was no angel. She was mixed up in it years ago when I first started. And then they did I think they did the search warrant on her house.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. He was still a juvenile when that happened. Pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
So what have you heard about the Ridge Manor area? Just hearsay, especially like out and around Talisman. You hear anything about like burglaries and things like that? I'm just curious.
Drugs, but not burglaries.
Oh, good gosh, yes. It's bad. It's really bad out there.
I don't really know. I don't really know no one in Talisman. I'm a friend of Robert. His mom lives out there now.
Who's Robert? Is it Sachs or?
Oh no, hell no! That dude is.
He's off the chain.
Yeah, he's not my friend. Robert
Yeah.
Cardinha and Mario Paez, their mom.
Okay. I don't even know those names though.
Yeah, they were in the Navy and stuff, but their mom lives out there now. And I know Donnie lives out there, and that guy is just.
Yeah, we know about him.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. You ever hear of a guy named Corey out there? Valcourt? Yeah, I can see it.
No, I was thinking Corey Whitesell, my friend in Brandon, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know any other Corey. I know, well, Corey Becker, that was my cousin, he died though.
Yes. I arrested his dad one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, they live in New York
Craig.
now, they're doing good.
Craig Becker.
Yeah.
Or no, not Craig. Curtis.
Curtis, yeah, Curtis and Pam.
Yep, because I used to hunt with Craig.
Yeah.
He was in a hunting club with me. And Curtis, you know, almost arrested that dude one time. He reported his car stolen, and I didn't know it, but I was down in Mazart Town, and I pulled into the gas station, and I ran the tag. I saw him, and I thought he looked familiar, but I didn't place him, and I ran the tag, and it came back as stolen. But he got it back and never called us and told us that he got the car back. He almost got put down at gunpoint. So I didn't know what was going on, you know. I just pull in there, I run the tag, it's stolen, and there's a guy, you know, pumping gas in it. Like, oh heck! But when I heard the name, I'm like, oh, that's him. I'm like, that's his car. Why is it coming back? Oh yeah, I never called it in. Dude, really? Good way to mess up. It's a good way to mess up. So what do you do for work?
I was working with at the city market, Bristol in Day City, and I did septic tanks with Harold Buckingham in Day City.
Is his son Matthew?
He owns the Crystal River septic tanks.
No, I heard the name Buckingham. I was thinking of
No,
a really, actually, a very bad guy that we used to deal with.
no, these are very good people. He owns a couple businesses.
Gotcha. You still working for them, or just kind of off and on?
It's a little slow right now with the septic tanks and the restaurant, but I still work 4 days a week.
That's not bad.
But I was working 7 days a week just a month ago.
So how's money? Is it tight? I would imagine it is.
Pretty tight sometimes. I fucking lost my wallet with all my money in it, so.
Well, you went running through the woods. Go running through the woods, you're gonna
Sucks.
lose stuff.
I had my $2 bills in there. Oh, ID, Social Security card. That sucks.
Well, who? Yeah. Well, you're kind of starting at ground zero on the way back up right now.
It sucks.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'm not gonna BS you. I'm gonna tell you what's up, what I know, and everything else. So clearly, you were out there with Danny and this other guy, who you told me before you didn't know,
What?
Scott. So does that change? Do you know Scott now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you being honest with me. Those are some of the things that I want to ask you, because I've already interviewed him. I interviewed him yesterday. And I already know the answers to some questions, but I want you to, it's my way of testing to make sure you're being straight with me. Okay? So let's go over how you ended up out there one more time. And exactly what really went on. Take a drink of water, man. You're gonna dry your mouth out bad. But go easy, because I think that was our last bottle of water back there. We have a little mini fridge, but it's empty.
Yeah, what do you mean? Sorry, what was the question?
Hmm?
What's the question?
How did you end up out there, and what exactly happened? Again, I'm asking you questions I pretty much know the answers to, but there's some stuff I'd like you to fill in the blanks for me. And just so we're clear, that's Scott, right? I talked to him yesterday. So did you ride out there with Scott, or did you ride out there with Danny?
I rode out there by myself.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
I did.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Danny and Scott rode together.
All right. So what happened when you all got out there? For real this time. And there's reasons I'm telling you this. You've been in trouble before, right?
Okay.
Okay. When you got in trouble before, they took DNA samples, right?
Uh-huh.
They do a little swab on the inside of your cheek.
Mhm.
Okay. As we're sitting here talking, you know what's shedding off of you?
Sweat.
Not sweat. Well, you ain't sweating, you're freezing.
Oh.
Skin cells. Everywhere you go, skin cells
Right.
just shed off. So when we go back to the house, we start doing our DNA collection beyond fingerprints. I already know what's going to come back. So here's what I'm going to try to, I want to say this, to help you with. I can go two ways. I can go to the state attorney's office of the judge, and I can say, Chris was
I heard
lying
that
to me the
last
whole
time,
time.
And,
Yeah.
and I've got in trouble for everything.
Okay.
Okay. So
Well, listen to me. And I'm being straight with you.
I got more trouble than what I should have.
Well, we're not talking about a house where you went into where people are living at.
It wasn't even a house; it was a car. Cars.
That's from before.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got in trouble for. That's what I went to prison for. We got 2 years. Did 2 years probation, or 6 months house arrest, and a year and a half probation for it. Then went and did 2 years of prison time because the police officers lied to me and said that shit.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, I'm going to tell you straight up. Here's what's going to happen.
I don't have any skin cells there, so.
Well, you can say that,
Never
but
inside the house.
two ways that it's going to happen. Either I can do that, I can talk to the state and say, yes, he was straight with me, or I can say, no, he lied, and here's why, I know why. You know what I mean? And let me ask you something else, because your name is bothering me. Have I ever spoke to you before out on the road?
I think so.
Your name is familiar to me, that's why I can't place it. And I actually looked you up to see if I'd ever had any reports with you, but I know I have written your name down on my notepad before at some point in time. Might have been a while back, I don't know.
Was it? Might have been whenever that kid threw paint on my dad's car.
That kind of sounds familiar, actually.
So it was in by behind Pickett's in that area.
Like Wildwood
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Fort
out
Hays and
there,
all
yeah,
that?
out there.
Maybe that was it.
There's some like what is that? Like a Joe Rawlerson or no?
Rawlerson?
No, Billy Gillespie.
Billy Gillespie, yes,
Threw
my good
down
friend.
paint on my fucking dad's brand new car.
That might be it.
Windshield.
That might be it.
For no reason.
And the other, I appreciate that. That was bothering me the whole time, so that's probably it.
Y'all said, or someone said I had a gun in my car or something. I like y'all search it.
No gun.
Yeah.
You know, that gets said a lot. And, of course, we obviously take that very seriously because we want to go home to our families, but
Oh yeah, I agree. I would too.
hopefully they treated you well. But if it was me, hopefully
Oh, no,
I treated you well.
I didn't get, no, y'all search your car and let me go.
Oh,
Told me-
okay.
He told me to go because I was driving around the neighborhood screaming for that kid.
Can you imagine what was going to happen when you found them?
Pissed.
I can exactly imagine what happened when you were
Insurance ended up totaling the car out because of that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because it was all on the inside, everything, the windows down.
The other thing I want to discuss, and I know you were agitated when we were out there and stuff, and you weren't being truthful, and that's fine. Well, I'm not going to hold a grudge. But the female deputy, you know how we got Scott? How we picked him up initially? It's because when she drove by, she saw you guys out there carrying the stuff. Remember when she walked by and she looked at you and went, yep.
And she's a lying ass fucking woman then. 100%. That lady ain't never seen me there.
Well, clearly you were there. You went there to meet them.
I wasn't at that house.
You were there, bro.
I was miles down the road from it.
Miles down the road?
A mile. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I wasn't even trespassing. There ain't even no trespassing signs right there.
Oh, man, you're killing me with this.
That lady ain't never seen me. You goddamn liar. It was 100%.
I like to do my due diligence, so I'm making sure I have addresses right.
No, I'm just saying that lady's a fucking liar, dude. I ain't do that. She ain't seen me there.
Yeah, she saw 3 people. She got Scott. And Scott named you as being there.
Ain't me.
Yep. You know how I showed you pictures?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens to the stuff that they get?
Yeah, we added some furniture and shit, he said. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with it. I guess sell it. We can sell some broke ass furniture too.
I know, that's the whole thing. It was garbage. That's what I told Scott yesterday. I'm like, look, we're not talking about, you're not going into people's houses and taking, you know, while they're sleeping and taking guns and TVs and things like this.
Putting some rain down the house.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, dude,
Taking
really?
trash out of it. Doing somebody a favor. Really. Cleaning someone's house for them.
Get through this.
God.
I mean, this is what we're talking about here.
What is that?
The cabinet. It's garbage. Honestly, it's garbage. That's what we're talking about. Like I said, I'm not sitting here telling you, dude, you're a piece of garbage because you were going into somebody's house and taking their TV. Now they can't enjoy Seinfeld at night.
Yeah.
You know? And we're talking about a broke ass cabinet that probably wouldn't
Looks
get,
like it belongs to someone's workshop.
at best. I wouldn't even take that in my workshop.
That's nuts.
So
Where was that at? That was
on
at
the
the
side of the
house?
road. Yeah, someone was on the. You were there, bro.
Okay. Nowhere near them.
The other thing I needed to discuss is what was under the car.
What?
The stuff that was under the car that.
My shoes and stuff?
Yeah. And there was also something else under there.
My wallets?
Well, there's a bunch of wallets. I don't know if they're yours or not. I'll be honest with you. They didn't have any ID. You say they're yours, okay. There's also a little silver container in there.
Mm-hmm.
What was in the silver container? Again, we can get fingerprints. We can do the whole DNA thing, or we can just get it out in the open right now.
Drugs?
What kind?
Man.
Okay. You're being honest with me.
That's
I
fine.
appreciate that. Okay. God bless. I appreciate you being honest with me on that. I really do. How long have you been using? About.
Every once in a while. Probably for a year.
Just about a year. How'd you
But
get on
only
that
like
crap?
on the week. I do it on the weekends after, not when I'm working.
Well, no, that'd be
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
obvious.
Well, I can't. Yeah, you can't do it while you're working. It's ridiculous.
What's it make you feel like? Out of curiosity.
It just keeps you awake, really.
When's the last time you used? You can't get in trouble for that. Yesterday? About what time?
Probably about 8, 9 o'clock.
In the morning?
No.
Or at night? So out there in the woods at night?
Oh, no. Was that late? Was it that late? I don't even remember.
You did it when you were out in the woods?
No.
Oh, it was before that?
Yeah, before I left.
Okay. And again, you can't get in trouble for
I
that.
know.
That's part of me testing your
I'm not
honesty.
getting in trouble for that.
Huh?
I'm getting in trouble for the drugs.
You could. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I mean, obviously it's illegal. It's a bad substance. It's bad stuff, though, dude. Why do you do that to yourself? Seriously, why do you do that? I ask everybody I talk to because it's just, I'm curious.
Hanging around with the wrong people.
You get involved in bad stuff and the temptation was too much? Or did somebody just...
around all the time.
Yeah, it's bad. That's why I asked you about Ridge Manor and the estates out there, because it's so bad.
Yeah, I hang out with my cousin sometimes. Every time I hang out with him.
Does he do it out there too? Pretty bad.
Oh, yeah.
Is he smoking it or shooting it?
Smoking and snorting it.
Smoking and snorting. I'm not going to ask you where you got it from. I'm fine with that. I just hate to see it because for the most part, you got your life together. You're out there working hard. You just got this one little thing that's, in my opinion, causing you to do bad things. That's something you gotta fight. Have you ever... Here, look at me for a second. Sit up, bro. I want to talk to you. Have you ever been through rehab or anything? You think that would help you? Okay. That's something I'd like to see you get in somehow. Because I look at what you're telling me, you've been working like a couple jobs, and you got this one thing that's just kicking you in the ass. How often do you use?
Every day. Well, lately, almost every day.
Almost every day.
The past probably 2 months, about every day. So I ain't been working that much.
So that's what's kind of whipped you over the edge on that.
Just started hanging out with my cousin again. I quit for probably 4 months.
Didn't have anything else to do. Started
I
hanging out
started
with
working, yeah. And I didn't talk to him for the longest time. Blocked him on Facebook and everything.
You gotta get a hold on this stuff. Because this is the stuff that's going to lead you down two paths. And you know what those paths are. We're working cases out. When I ask you about that Corey Valcourt, Corey Valcourt, which you don't know, that's fine. Yeah. He's out there in Talisman Estates, and you know what's happening? He's so eat up with his shit that he's breaking into people's houses that have guns. He's been shot at twice now. Twice he's been shot at. And somehow he's not been hit. I don't know how. I understand that. I don't blame you. But the only way you're going to beat any of this stuff starts with the meth. If you can't beat that, regardless of what happens today or tomorrow or next week, you're going to end up there.
I know.
So you have...
Because I've been staying at my fucking cousin's house.
How long have you been staying there, bro?
2 months.
2 months? You weren't staying on Duffield?
Yeah, but no, I'm not staying there right now. I'm working all the time. I don't need drugs when I'm there.
When you're on Duffield?
Yeah, because my cousin is my grandma's.
Gotcha. It would be kind of disrespectful to use it at her house. So this is something you got to beat. The way you're going to beat that, you ever rehab? You ever hear of the 12-step program? I'm sure you have. You know what one of the steps in it is?
Meeting.
You got all the answers.
Well, I know it's just fucking. It's not like I don't fucking need it or anything like that. I don't think, but it's just whenever I hang out with him, there's really nothing to do. That's all there. It's around, so that's what we do.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's in my face all the time. And you need to fucking get away from that.
And as stupid as it is, you got to pay for it somehow. Because it doesn't just grow on trees. I know Connie used to sell it or deal it or whatever. That's why the search warrant got hit on her house several years ago. So what do you want to do? Do you want to get out and be a productive member, get off this crap? How are you going to do it? You can't hang out with him if he's doing it. You can't hang out with anybody.
I don't want to do it.
It's just like an alcoholic going to a bar. They can't go there and just hang out and visit with people. The temptation is too great. Look at a cat that just ran through the woods all night, is soaking wet, eat up from head to toe with bug bites. For what? For meth.
No, I ain't gonna do that shit for meth, man. I had money. I had lost.
Well, that's what causes you to
my wallet.
do these types of things. You didn't even remember what time you took the hit and where it was, really. It's got you messed up, bro. Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to get away from it, move and get out of that house, but
that'd be the best thing for you.
No way to talk to me. I didn't know how to talk to my family.
Right. Are you close with them? usually your best support system right there, and your cheapest one, because rehab usually costs money, but family doesn't. Would they help you? Well, it sounds like a viable option. Like I said, the only way you're going to come through all this is you got to start from ground level and wipe the slate clean. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here doing my job. Do I have a case against you? Yes, I do. Of course I do. And again, I can write it in my report. Chris was completely straight with me. He admitted to everything to me. Boom. And when
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to get out of jail. I don't want to fucking go. Oh, this sucks.
It does.
Can I call my mom, please?
Your mom?
Uh-huh.
What's her phone number? I can't let you do it right now, but what's her phone number? 813
464
464
0445.
0445. What's her name?
Julie.
Julia?
Julie.
Julie Wainwright?
General writer. R-E-I-T-E-R.
R-E-I-T-E-R?
She probably wouldn't care. She'd fucking make it to me. Where's she doing? What are they doing?
Where does she live at?
Brandon.
Brandon? Is that who you could stay with to help you, or?
I could stay with my grandma.
Your grandma?
I can call her too.
What's her name?
Betty.
How is she gonna be worried that you've been gone this long, or? Well, you were staying with Donnie, so, or Danny.
Yeah, she knows I've been sitting there. She's gonna be bad. But it's 799 6123.
123. That's her home number then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can, when we're done, I can see if I can arrange to make that phone call, okay? I don't have any issues with that. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you. What I tell you is the truth. Do me one quick favor, look at me dead in the eye, because I want you to see it. I am not here to screw you. I'm here doing my job. If I can help you, I will call. I will make these things. I can write the affidavits up, and I can call the state attorney's office and tell them that you were straight.
Alright, can I ask you one thing?
Absolutely.
Can you just give me like a thing where I could record from my house instead of going to jail?
I can't do that. If it was a misdemeanor, yes, I could. But you also haven't told me everything yet. If I could do that, I would absolutely tell you, yes, I can. Again, I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, no problem, and then,
I know.
bang.
I appreciate it.
That's just being honest.
That's okay.
And because I'm being honest with you, that's why I want you to be honest
I'm
with
gonna
me.
get charged with meth and fucking burglary and all kinds of shit.
Well, tell me what happened. That's all you got to do.
I
We can
know,
get this
but
ball
that's gonna
rolling.
get me charged with more shit.
If you
Right
tell
now,
me
I'm
what
just getting
happened, it's going to
charged.
get you charged.
Right now, I'm just getting charged with meth. Right?
I can charge you with meth, yes.
Fucking that's more point. Oh God, no fucking back to prison.
Well, the only way you can take care of this is to come out and do it. And I'm being straight with you.
I don't know.
If you tell me the
I'll tell you.
Hmm?
We all plan to go there, and they plan to get furniture and shit. I was just looking at some of the old shit that is there, and I parked down the road. They came probably like 10 minutes after I was there, and I was because one of them rooms like fell in. I was on the back side of the house because that's
And that's what I'm talking about.
That's
It's
why I
an
know
old
that
junky house.
That's why I know that lady did not see me, because I was on the back of that house, and where it caved in at, I was looking at the shit that was caved in, and
Well, what did you
little
carry?
shed.
What did you carry out that I'm going to get your DNA on?
The shit that's next to the shed,
Okay, well, what was that?
like a little basket.
Just a basket, some junky stuff. Okay. All right. You've been straight with me, okay? And again, I'm looking you dead in the eye. I can make the call to the state attorney's office. I can't promise you what's going to happen, but I can make that call, and I will make that call. Okay?
Oh, back to prison.
Not necessarily. Dude, you got a drug problem. That happens to so many people, it's unbelievable. We don't need, here's the thing, we don't need people in prison that are on drugs. They need help. You know what I mean? We need people in prison that are out there, you know, raping babies and doing really, really bad stuff. People that need help need help. Okay. Now, one thing I need to ask you, do you mind doing a statement for me?
If I have to, I don't really.
I can't force you to.
I just don't want everyone to be able to see it or anything like that.
I understand. I can't force you to do one,
Because I don't want
but in the bottom of it, you could,
to be mad.
you can write in there, you know, the reason that it happened and that you have an issue. It's up to you. I can't make you do it. Okay. Now, did they called you and had you meet them there? That was the whole thing?
No, we were at their house, at my aunt's house,
Oh, okay.
and we were supposed to meet. We were just supposed to meet there,
Okay.
and we all gonna help them load up the furniture and shit. They said that it was old furniture that was worth money or something. They were going to go sell that.
Where in the world do they sell that?
I don't know. I guess flea markets.
Okay.
What about my car?
I'm not towing your car. Is Betty able to drive?
I don't have the key. I don't know if she has a key for it.
Okay, well, who can either tow it or get it?
She can get it towed to her house.
She can get it towed?
She'll tow it to her house.
Okay.
She'll pay to tow it to her house. Just ask her if she'll please pull up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't have any issue with that. And I got one thing I need to go do, and then you can stand there in the hall, and we can make that call. Okay? All right. If we have one, do you want another bottle of water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any more snacks?
Sure. Sure, let me see what we got.
Thank you.
Here, Chris. And a protein bar. That's like a deal. We don't have any more bottles. Do you want me to refill this one at the water fountain?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
There you go. How do you feel now?
Starving.
I bet. But you ain't got a lot of meat on your bones. You can't afford to miss too many meals.
Lost a lot of weight.
Now, when you come off the meth, and this is just my curiosity, and I ask a lot of people this, I've
Makes me
heard
feel really tired and you eat a lot.
it's not like coming off opiates like pills and things like that, where people are convulsing and throwing up and just real
Just makes
tired.
you literally sleep for like 3 days straight.
Just crash.
Yeah. Just sleep and eat, that's it.
Makes sense. We stay up for so long.
I usually don't stay up. I usually sleep every night, but I slept last night. Passed out, literally.
I can't even imagine spending the night in those woods out there. The mosquitoes had to be horrendous.
Oh my god. I was freaking out screaming. They were so
No
bad.
relief.
Never. I had my arm in my shirt, my head in my shirt, and still biting me through my shirt. I don't know, the whole time I was in there thinking I was gonna get mosquito shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about ticks? You didn't run any ticks, did you?
I don't know. I had a chance to look, I'm sure.
Yeah, I would imagine that those woods are full of them.
I'm sure there are. Probably all over me.
Once you get done with that, we'll go call your grandma. Here's what's going to happen, just so you're completely aware. The other deputy's going to take you down for the possession of meth. I'm going to do the burglary charge. Once I'm done filling out my paperwork, I'm gonna call the state attorney's office to give them the heads up that it's on its way. And I'm gonna tell them that you are honest with me. Cause I told,
I'm not gonna be able to bond out then right away, right?
you'll have a bond. I can't tell you what it is, cause I don't know.
I know, but I can bond. I'll bond out for the meth, and I'll get a warrant out for the other stuff, right?
It's all gonna come at once.
Oh man.
That way you don't have to worry about it 6 months from now when you're back working and then we come knocking on the door.
I'm either going to a program or I'm going to go back to prison.
Let's hope for the program.
Meth is a lot of fucking points. It's like 24 points.
Yeah, well, you may know more about that than I do. I don't know the point system. But I told you, man to man, that I would make that phone call, and I will. As soon as I finish my paperwork, I'll call the state attorney's office and say, hey, this is what's going on. I'm just giving you a heads up that Chris was straight with me.
Can I ask the officer that drives me if they can give me some, like 2 sets of sandwiches when I get there? So I know they give out free sandwiches, don't they? Or they don't do that at Hernando County. That's Hillsborough County. Fuck.
I don't know.
Or if they can give me a meal or something. They have them.
I'll once he starts to take you down there, I'll call booking from my desk and say, hey, if you guys got any extra food, he's spent all night in the woods and he's starving. Yeah. I'm a cop. I'm not an asshole. At least not completely. It's not a personal thing. It's a job.
Oh, I know. I understand. My stepdad's a cop. He's an alcoholic, but
He's decent.
he's a good guy.
And that's all we ask is to be treated straight. But you know how it is. Most of the time, people aren't. They lie.
Oh yeah, it's always.
They won't tell us everything, or they hold stuff back. And honestly, that used to tick me off more than anything. But over the last few years, after doing this for a while, it's almost used to it.
Yeah.
All right, you want to call Grandma? Elizabeth?
Yeah, I can throw that shirt away.
You don't want to take it with you?
No, it's I ain't gonna wear it again.
All right. What's the?
It's 6352.
Hey, it's fine. Go ahead.
709 6.23.
She'll know where it's at. You give her the description of where it's at.
Emerson, right?
Vehicle?
Yeah. He's gonna call Grandma to go pick it up.
Good, I was gonna have to, how we get out of there.
I'd rather they pick it up than have it
Oh,
towed.
hey, Grandma.
Which just causes more problems.
Hey, I'm in trouble. Can you get my car towed to your house? It's on Emerson. Like the sheriff's office. I'm at the sheriff's office.
You want me to talk to her? Betty, right? Betty, this is Detective Stevens with the Sheriff's Office. He's a little upset right now. He's got himself into a little bit of trouble. He was straight with us, so I'm going to help him with what I can. But his car is out on Emerson Road. And I can give you about where the address is. It's
5340.
right at 5340 Emerson. It does have a red tag on it, which towards the end of the day, if another deputy goes by, they're going to tow it. And we're trying to avoid that, so we wanted to let you go out there and get a tow truck to go pick it up if you could. They can tow it without, they'll want it, but if you don't have it, you don't have it, and he doesn't have it either. It got lost in the woods. Yes, ma'am. I'll give you the number straight to my desk, and they can call if for some reason they don't want to. That's fine. I'll tell them that where he is, and it's not an issue for us. The number to my desk is it's area code 352-797-3844. Yes, ma'am. That goes straight to my desk. Stevens, Stephens, Brian. Yes, ma'am. He's going to go down to the jail right now. There's a deputy that's going to transport him down there. We're going to fill out some paperwork. He'll have a bond. I don't know what the bond is right now because I don't have the schedule in front of me. Then he'll be able to make his phone calls to arrange bond. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Did you want to talk to him? Chris, you want to talk to her? Are you he's a little upset. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. If I do get out, I'll run. That's it. I want to stay down.
Did everybody else already leave?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see what about Joe.
I just got my car back, so.
Nice lunchbox.
I'm not doing good over there.
Hey.
I don't know. Thank you. Will you call my mom for me? Alright, I love you. Alright.
Chris, Deputy Duvall's gonna take you down. I'm gonna go back to my desk and I'll make those calls that I told you I was gonna make. Okay, man to man, absolutely,
Thank you.
absolutely. Like I
Just in
said,
the cuffs around, buddy, alright?
I'm not a complete jerk, I just have a job I have to do.
Of course. Alright, go ahead and put that hand behind your back. Put your hands around. Put your hands together like you're praying forward in the most comfortable way.
And remember, this as bad as this is right now, this is the bottom, you got nowhere to go but up,
Yep.
okay?
You want your shirt that was also in there? No?
Yes,
Cuffs
sir.
are out? Okay.
It's dirty.
Alright, sir, come right this way.